Hello fellow gardeners, Dawn here from Seasonal Designs. I'm working on a few projects in the greenhouse today and I thought you guys might like to tag along. One of the things I'm going to be doing today is planting up some bare root perennials in containers and growing them or starting them in the greenhouse. It is March here in Wisconsin. We are supposed to get another 3 to 5 inches of snow tomorrow. So my ground is still frozen and I would not be able to plant these outside. But I do want to start them inside, grow them here in the greenhouse, give them a good head start so that they're much bigger than when I plant them outside later on this year. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed the same thing, but I have been to Walmart, to Costco, to Home Goods, and I've noticed that a lot of these big box stores are selling bare root perennials as well as different bulbs and tubers. And I was at Walmart and came across some Eryngium, also known as sea holly. This happens to be a variety that is blue, but it kind of has that purpley blue look to me. I have always wanted to have this growing not only just in my landscape, but actually I might put it in my cutting garden because I think these would be a really neat addition to like a cut flower collection that I was putting together. So I bought 2 bags of these and there's 3 roots each and they were $5.42, and again I got them at Walmart. Now if you open them up, and I already did open one of these up, it comes with planting instructions on it so you can follow along, and it'll give you instructions on how to plant it both in the landscape and in containers. But again, I'm zone 5, my ground is still frozen here. We still have snow, you can't see any here behind me because this is in full sun. But we have snow still in the prairie and around the house. And again, we're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches again on Saturday. So it's just too early for me to put any of this in ground. So I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the process. All right, so when you open this up, I'll show you kind of what we're getting here. Now what I've done is, you want to make sure that you're planting these in a container that's large enough to accommodate the bare root, but not too large so that there's just a lot of soil that sits there wet. Now, what I like to do is I like to just get these and pop these out into my little potting tray here, which you guys know I use this all the time, and we're just going to kind of take a look at these. And you can see that, so some of these are just breaking dormancy already now, so I'm hoping you can see that. And they have this really long kind of taproot on them, and I do note, I think, yeah, these are additional roots. They might even be feeder roots. I am going to, what I've done already is I put potting mix, and what I'm using is a potting mix from Fox Farms. I'm going to lay this tuber in here like this and make sure that it kind of comes in contact with the soil, and then I'm going to cover it up. Let's take a look at wow, look at some of these. Wow, this is nice. This is a little shorter here. So I feel like he could go maybe in something that's this size. And I would just kind of tuck his roots down in here like this and add potting mix to that. And then here's another one. They're all so interesting looking, right? So I have all 6 of these in here, and you can just see kind of how I have them turned around, and I'm trying to make it so that the little green that's starting is kind of heading up. And don't worry, they'll eventually head upward. They'll just grow towards the light. So you can see some of these. I'm just gonna kind of show you each of these quick. Some of these have some really good growth starting on them, but I've just kind of curled them all around. And now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna add more of this potting mix from Fox Farms in here. And I'm literally just going to kind of cover it up just like that. We'll just kind of, not gonna really pack it down. I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out, sort of just like that. And don't worry about covering up the little green part because they will make their way up. Like this one doesn't have any. He's like right down here, but I don't know that he's gonna, oh no, that's the root. Yeah, so this one doesn't have much green on it, but he'll be fine. He'll find his way. And let me just add some to this guy. Now this guy has some good growth starting already, and it's okay if he's starting over there. That's all right. And then this guy's got a little bit right here, you can see. So literally I am just going to do the same thing here for all of these. And then we'll give everybody a little drink of water and we'll get them set up for growing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to pot up this really cool basket that I have. I love this basket. It used to be a little bit darker, but it is faded, but I love it. It has a great plastic lining in it. I don't have any holes in this, and I don't punch any in. I only usually use this inside, and I try not to overwater it because I don't have drainage holes, and I don't want drainage holes because I don't want it to leak out and wreck the tabletops that I put it on. But I'm excited as to what I'm going to be putting in here because some of the daffodils that I have started in forest, I'm going to put in here. I've got a really pretty yellow tulip. This one I actually bought, so I can't take credit for that. Oh, but look at my flat of violas. They're ready to get growing, so I'm going to use some of these in there as well. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put these three things here in the center, these two and a tulip, all yellow, and then I'm just going to pop pansies in to fill in around it. I'm keeping it very simple, just kind of the purples and the yellows. I am going to start by adding some of my potting soil. And this is a Fox Farm mix, and I'm actually probably gonna have to go get more here, but we can get started. We are gonna pop this in, and it's gonna have to go pretty low. Oh, look at, isn't this just gonna be so pretty? These are just like spring colors to me, with the yellows and the purple and yellow violas. I just think that is just so springy. And I think for now, I'm probably going to grow it here in the greenhouse. I may move it into the house as well. I'll probably use it maybe on my table for Easter. I mean, you could put something together like this. It would make a great like housewarming gift if you were going somewhere for Easter. All right, I'm going to fill in around this with soil, but I'm going to have to go and get a little bit more, and then we'll pop the pansies in. More of this. All right, now I think I'm going to start adding in the little violas here. So these are, I grow these in, I save some of this year to year. If I buy something in the summer and they're in good shape, I like to save them because they're great to reuse. Obviously, I'm going to need a lot of these. Yeah, that's really, isn't that just going to be so sweet? Ooh, I'm going to love it. And these will fill in. These little guys are going to get big, much bigger than they are. hoping you can see this okay. Look at them. Aren't they just so delicate and so pretty? Love them. Now, I think I told you the name of this. I believe it's a sorbet mix viola, and it's kind of a yellow with a hint of orange maybe, and then this really delicate kind of lilac colored purple. So I think this is just looking really sweet, and you could leave it just like this. You wouldn't need to add another thing to this, but I thought it might be cool to add some of these curly willow branches. So I have this one here that kind of has some shorter wonky growing branches that I thought I would just grab and stick a few of these in here and just add a little bit more height in here and just kind of another element to this. So that's what I'm going to do real quick here. And the sun just came back out. It was out for a while and then it got cloudy and I thought, oh, it's perfect to go do a video in the greenhouse, and then the sun came back out, but I think it's at a good angle right now, so I think we're all right. Yeah, I love these curly kind of willow branches. I'm going to cut all of these off of here like this, and I think that's probably enough just to give us kind of a bit of a cool kind of curly element here in the center. And it's fine if they kind of curl around each other. And here's a look at the planter, and I just love it. I just think it is so springy. I'll just kind of whip it around here quick. So it really looks really beautiful from all sides. And it's supposed to get cold tonight, and I'm gonna leave this sit here in the greenhouse because it'll be perfectly fine in here. We keep it at about 45 degrees. It'll love it in here. Let's see, I feel like this is maybe the front here. So front view. And then I also popped a few into a container that I popped in here. Added it up here with the rest of my tulips and the geraniums that I have up here. And then I also popped one into this cute little container. There's like 5 of them in there. So I do still have partial flat really of this color left. So I am gonna probably do up another arrangement with those. It's on a heat mat. It's underneath my potting bench right now. The heat mat is not on down there. Up here, the heat mat is on because I have other things that I'm starting. I mean, take a look at my microgreens. These are like 5 days old. Isn't that awesome? I will have a video coming soon on that if I don't already have it up by the time this video is live. And then here's where I put the bare root plants. And I went and got a tray, put them on the top here. This is a heat mat. It's on 60 right now. It's actually not even on right now because it is heat sensitive and it's really warm in the greenhouse, so we probably don't need it on. So we'll leave these and we'll check back and see how they do. Well, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed tagging along. I know I certainly enjoyed having you here with me. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.